Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model for a bakery. So we are building financial model for a small business. And today we have a very interesting question to discuss. We will be building sensitivity analysis. So we will be creating the environment for the stress testing of your business idea. So, for example, you've created some scenario, you see positive net present value, you are satisfied with simple discounted payback period, but you also need to know what will happen with your scenario if, for example, some expenses will grow or some revenues will decrease. So for that purpose, you will need to build some environment where you will be testing how stable your business idea is. And sensitivity analysis gives us this opportunity, and today I will be showing you how you can build the sensitivity analysis environment. So like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I completely finish this model, I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well. So you will be able to see, you will be able to watch all the tutorials one by one from scratch till the final overview, absolutely free. So first of all, let's very quickly run what we did in tutorials. So in our model we rule that our image colored with blue color, like this, like this,
like this. So here we are setting up the first year of our projections. Here is the product line. Here we specify all the products that we sell. We can switch them on and off. This is this monthly sales plan. We have global and local coefficients for the sales plan. We have pricing, we have global and local coefficients for pricing. So this will also be needed during scenario modeling process. The customers, we can name them. Here we can allocate the revenue the way we want between these types of customers. Here are their average checks. We can switch them on and off from calculations to see the simple discounted payback period with or without this or that type of customer. Then we have the list of ingredients which we need to cook our cakes, breads, and so on. So all these, this play part in our products. This is the cost per 1 unit of ingredient. Here we can switch them on and off from calculations. Here we can increase and decrease the cost of ingredients to see what will happen with direct expenses and cash flow and simple discounted payback period, profits, profitability. Then here on the right we have the tab for recipes. From top to the bottom we have the list with products, and from left to the right we have the list of ingredients. And here we are setting up how many. So here we can set up the consumption of these ingredients in metrics of these ingredients to produce 1 unit of bread type 1 or cake number 15 and so on. So for example, to cook 1 item of bread type 1, so we need 5 units of ingredient number 1 and we need 8 units of ingredient number 15 for 1 bread type 1. So this block we need for direct cost specification. We will do it once and forever. Then so here we have the ingredient list of. So then we specify when we start the operating activity,
Then we have a block of inputs where we're setting up how fast we are reaching the target revenues. Then we have the block for fixed expenses. If they do have some seasonality, we can specify the seasonality in the typical year. We have global and local coefficients for fixed costs. Then we are moving to the payroll. Here are positions, salaries, amount of people on each position, local and global coefficients for scenario modeling, on and off bottoms. Then we can see the investment plan. Here we specify what we are investing in, how much we are investing in, and when we are investing in. This is the moment when we start operating activity. So we have global and local coefficients for the investment plan, and we have on and off bottom for each investment plan item. Then we are moving to the loan, so we can specify the amount of loan, term of loan, interest rate, when we get this loan, grace period for principal payments, grace period for interest payments. Then we are setting up the tax rates. Then we build the cash flow. So then we were calculating the amount of financing that we need to start our project. We were working on simple payback period, discounted payback period. Then we were creating a very simple table for revenues, costs, profitability for a small business owner to see what will be the level of profitability for a specific month inside the horizon. And now let's move to the sensitivity analysis. So first of all, we need to put together all the parameters that we would like to look at the scenario analysis. So this will be a list of parameters for sensitivity analysis. So this will be the value of parameter. So first of all, we'll have simple payback period, months. So it will be nominated in months. Then we will be adding, so simple payback period, we will be pulling from financing. Simple payback period, let's go to the right. This is the simple payback period. Then we will be taking discounted payback period. For discounted payback period, I will be using this table. Then I will use net income. This will be nominated in dollars. Net income. This is a neighbor payback period. Net income, I will take this value. Then I will take net present value. So net present value we are pulling from this table. Then I will take profitability index. The formula will be 1 plus net present value divided by total financing needed then we will be taking internal rate of return I will be pulling from here. Then I will be pulling cash balance at the end of project. So this is a cash flow, cash balance at the end of the period. I'm taking the last value in this line at the end of the horizon. So simple, discounted payback period, net income, net present value, profitability index, internal rate of return, cash balance at the end of the period. Okay, so now we are gonna test these parameters, the values of these parameters, and what we need to do next, let's create a new tab. Let's call it sensitivity analysis. Now let's put this table on the next tab. So what we need to do, so we will introduce a line called base coefficient. We will be adding this coefficient to the model. Then we are introducing the step with which we will be increasing or decreasing this or that parameter of inputs. So step of changing the parameter, the coefficient. So this will be nominated in percentages. So let's say the step will be 10%. So this is the input. So this will be the line for a scenario for sensitivity analysis. So if this value minus this will be less than 0, we will put 0, otherwise we will take this value. Then so here we will place the parameters. This will be the sensitivity analysis table. Here I will place what we are the values of financials. Then I will just copy this data to use these formats. So what I will do now, I will save this book like Excel macro enabled workbook. So now we can build macro here. So what I will do, I will go to view macro, record a macro. We will call this macro sensitivity analysis. The shortcut will be, for example, CTRL plus Q. This will be sensitivity analysis. So what I will do, I will put here 70, then I will copy these values and paste them as numbers. Then I will put here equals, then put this value, copy these values, put this as equals. And now let's return the base value of this coefficient. Now we can stop recording the macro. So now let's delete these values. We can now go to, for example, macro, view macro, press run. So here we can see how the macro runs. And now what we can do, we can for example delete this data. We can go to the model. We can, for example, go to the sales plan, use this coefficient, press equals, and add sense coefficient to the sales plan, for example. There it is. We're pressing enter. Now we can go to this sense tab. We can go to macro, view macro, or we can press Ctrl Q. Then we're pressing run, and we will see, let's see what will happen. So now we can see what will happen with our current scenario if the sales plan will be decreasing on 10%, 20%, 30%, or what will happen with our financials if the sales plan will grow. For example, we can for example take 25% step. What we can do, we can go to developer. We can insert, for example, a button. We can use this macro, assign this macro to this button. Press OK. Let's name it sense. Now let's press sense again. And what we can do, for example, we can delete this coefficient from, for example, sales plan, and add this coefficient, for example, to the let's say to the cost of ingredients, for example. Let's go back to the sense tab. We can press sense again. So, for example, we can use different steps. For example, let's use 10% step. We can use, for example, 5% step. So now we can add this coefficient to absolutely any parameter of inputs and press sense button and see what will happen to our simple discounted payback period, net income, net present value, profitability index, internal rate of return, cash balance, and many other parameters that you would like to add, for example. And you will be able to see how this or that scenario that you've chosen, how stable it is, what will happen with the revenues, what will happen to the project if revenues will go up or down, what will happen with your project if the expenses will rise. So this is a very interesting instrument. You can, for example, build the diagrams from this group of lines. So this is a very valuable instrument that may help you to see how stable your business idea. Maybe you will have to rethink your business idea, and this will give you a huge portion of new information about your project. So guys, like, share, subscribe. You can order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be putting all these tutorials, and when I completely finish this model, I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well, so you may watch absolutely free the whole process from the first from scratch till the final overview of this model. So thank you guys for watching. See you next videos. Thank you and bye.